Welcome back, guys, to episode 14.
14, I think. 14.
Yes!
14. First time
Come
we can
on,
say it
give me one more
confidently.
point.
I hope
So,
we're not
yeah,
wrong. I hope we're not wrong.
yeah. So this episode, we're gonna, discuss different places we're interested in. It could be places that you want to visit, just places that we're just interested in, generally speaking, like different countries or regions on this planet.
Yep. There's a
Uh,
whole world out there.
yep.
Uh,
So I guess you should start.
okay. Well, anybody who knows me knows that I have only visited outside of America where I live. I've only visited one other country. So I haven't really been around much. I've gone to the subcontinent. I never gone to Europe, never gone to South America,
But what's
never
one
gone
place
to
that you really like
Australia
want to
or
go?
Africa. Yeah, so I think it's a toss up between Australia and New Zealand, and the reason is for Australia, when I was in high school, like my friends, they were always like like people can look like senior trips like somewhere, right? Like they go somewhere close, right? But they had this big dream that like, oh, if we're gonna go on a senior trip, like obviously it wasn't realistic. We were just messing around. But like, oh, let's go to Australia, and there's apparently a pink lake or something over there, right?
A
I don't know if
pink
you've heard
lake?
of it. There's a lake that's pink. I'm pretty sure that's what my friend was telling me. And they're like, bro, let's go skydiving in a pink lake. So I'm like, okay, so I'm really curious about this pink lake. I kind of want to go see it. So
It does exist.
Australia is a place I want to see. I want to see that pink lake. And then number two is probably New Zealand because one, their accent's pretty cool. Two, it's like California. From what I've heard, it's California because it's like really green, so it's similar to California. Except like we went through a drought, so maybe not as green as we used to be. But the Lord of the Rings was shot there, which is really cool. Like I'd want to
Yeah.
go see like all that scenery. I mean, like if anyone's watched Lord of the Rings, right? Like there's so much greenery over there. So New Zealand's a pretty beautiful place from what I've heard. So I think that's a place I want to go. Plus, I want to pick up the accent, so it'd be kind of cool. And they're really nice people from what it seems. You know, they were like their prime minister like there was an earthquake or something during her. I think I saw it yesterday or today or something. There was like an earthquake during her press conference, and she like handled it totally cool. I think I would have freaked out if I was on like live TV and like there was a earthquake happening. So, anyways, New Zealand or Australia, ironically both very close to each other, but. Maybe I can go on one trip. I can hit both places. What about you?
I really like want to go everywhere. Like I have, there's just so
And we
many
all want to
things
go
I wanna
everywhere, right?
visit.
You got to pick a couple though. We all want to go everywhere.
Like
I'll
would
think
like
of some
to
other
visit
ones
the,
after you finish. I'll think of some other one.
yeah. I want to visit the Far East, so maybe like South Korea, Japan. Yeah, South Korea, Japan. That area. New Zealand, like for the same South Korea and Japan, because I just find their like culture so interesting. I'm not a weeb. I was, but I'm not anymore. Please. But do enjoy their culture still. It's a healthy appreciation. Please don't pursue this. So yeah, South Korea, Japan, because the culture is interesting. Australia and New Zealand for the same reason as you, not minus the accent stuff and the people. I just want to look at their like natural, like fauna and everything. I find their terrain and I find them culturally very interesting. I don't know. It's like U.S. but like it's like an alternate U.S. to be very honest. Australia.
Yeah, that's kind of that kind of resonates with me. It's like America, but just not America.
Yeah.
It's different.
I guess that's one place. I would also like to visit.
Oh, I know another. After you finish, I thought of a place I want to go to.
Yeah, Africa. Like I would like to go to like South Africa.
That was gonna say South Africa too. Like seeing the
Africa.
safaris and stuff. I had some family that visited South Africa recently, and they seemed to really like it. The safaris were cool. From the videos that they sent, like the animals are like right there. So it's pretty cool. So we didn't say anything in South America. Right?
Yeah, I
We didn't say anything
Brazil.
in Europe either. Wait, we didn't say anything in Europe either, huh?
Yeah, Sweden
This is
is
like
a
I think
place
like
I
a
would like to go to. Or any like
oh yeah, like Sweden, Switzerland. That would be
I've
that
been
would
to
be cool.
Switzerland, but
Oh really? How was
yeah,
that?
it's really beautiful. Like I went to Zurich. And I'm sure I
Is that the
mispronounced it,
capital?
but like I really enjoyed my time there, even though it was very brief.
Let's see.
I also want to go to
I
Germany.
also would want to see yeah, Germany is cool. France, like there's so many countries out there that we could see.
France, not so much for me.
Why?
I have bad memories from French class that I don't want to relive.
Oh wow, okay. Then it's a perfect opportunity for you to go practice.
No, thank you.
Uh, what about like have you ever been to like Mexico?
No, no, I've not been to Mexico. What about you?
I had one of well, I've never gone. I told you I've only been to one other country, right?
I mean, you could just go like
But
cross the border, go to Tijuana.
yeah, I don't think it works like that. You can just cross the border just whenever you want, right?
You have a
But
passport. You can just like show them and you'll just cross the border. It's not like you need a visa or anything.
yeah,
Pretty sure
it's not like I'm like living. I'm not like living right next to the border, right? But
But you're relatively
uh,
closer than most states, I would assume. Yeah,
okay, yeah. I'm closer than like if I was living in like I don't know North Dakota or something. But like uh, you know, I had this friend who like used to he went to Mexico a lot, so it was kind of he really liked it. Like he used to go on like cruises and stuff to Mexico. I was like, oh, that'd be something interesting. Unfortunately, some members of my family like get seasick really easily, so
hmm
I don't think I'd be actually going. But that's an experience I'd want to have. Have you ever gone on one?
A cruise, no. Well, actually, I don't think it was much of a cruise. It was more like a boat ride, I
A
guess.
ferry?
Not a ferry. It was like I think near Hawaii. It was like a boat, and there was like a bunch of people on it. It wasn't a cruise, but like we went around an island. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
We
dude.
went during winter, so the waves were insane. So you like there was like water coming up on the ship and stuff. It was fun.
I've never like I know this is not a different country, but I've never been to Hawaii. That's a place I really want to
It's
go.
very beautiful.
It's like
Like,
obviously like everybody raves about it that it's so good.
it is
Actually,
good.
within the United States, there's a lot of places I need to go. I think I've only been to New York once. I've been to
You
LA
go to
a
Florida.
pretty decent amount of times. I have never been to Florida. Uh,
I lived
I
in
don't know if I
Florida.
really
So I
want to
can
go to
attest
Florida.
that it's a very good state.
Uh huh.
That
Sure.
California bias is really showing, huh?
Yeah. If I were to go to Florida, there's only one thing I'd do. I'd go to Disney World and I'd come out. That's it.
There's so much
Honestly, you don't even need
else
to.
like in Florida. It's not just Disney and Universal. There's like there's
Okay,
the
there's
beach
Universal
and
too.
there's like the nature. Like I honestly see it's like pretty like I would say like it's like wetland in some of like the areas, and that's like really like interesting to go through and like visit and stuff. Going like deep in the Everglades and like just going. Do you know what I'm talking when I say Everglades?
No.
So Everglades. Think of it. I think it's in Central Florida. It's sort of like in the center. You can search it up right now if you want. But basically, it's like this giant, like protected, like wetland swamp area.
Everglades.
Yeah, you're actually
Yeah,
searching.
wetland in
Okay, yeah.
Florida.
Huh?
Yeah, wetlands in Florida. It's a national. There's a Everglades National Park. I was just gonna say that. I really wish I haven't gone to many national parks, so I wish I went to more.
You've never been to like Yosemite here?
I've never been to Yosemite, which is really sad. Actually, I've never gone to Yosemite. I've gone to Muir Woods. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Um,
Beerwood's pretty good.
Other parks I
Muir
go to.
For those listening, it is a national park near San Francisco.
Yeah, big trees, man. Big trees. It's probably the biggest trees I've ever seen in my life.
That's probably the best description I've ever heard of that park. Big trees, man. Big trees.
I mean, yeah, what else do you want me to say? It's got really massive trees.
It has
Giant
a really good
redwoods, you could
hiking
say.
trail too. I liked it.
Yeah. No, that was fun. I have good memories of that place.
Napa
Essex
has
is
good
great.
hiking trails too.
Yeah,
one that
Napa's
I went.
nice.
Huh?
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I was talking about like I want to go to New Zealand for the greenery, but like honestly, there's so much greenery like uh, at like an hour's drive from where I am that I just have to put a little bit of effort and I can get there. But I don't get the accent then if I don't go to all the way to New Zealand.
That's probably the most shallow
That's
reason for visiting a country I've ever heard.
I don't know. You also get to learn about the culture, I guess. I don't think their culture differs too much from what we have here. But I guess if I wanted to learn like more cultural aspects, like I think South Africa definitely.
I would also
That's
like to visit like Slavic countries, like maybe near the Balkans and stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
hmm.
Eastern Europe.
Man, you're going on a world tour.
No, I've been to Eastern Europe. I've been to Hungary. This is before it went like somewhat bad, but like I went to yeah, Hungary is a beautiful country, and Eastern Europe has its own charm.
You can speak about all this stuff. I've never been to these places. I've heard Sri Lanka is a really
Yeah.
nice place as well to visit. My parents went there before I was born. They really liked it there. They told me like they were in like a hotel room and like there were like monkeys outside and like stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. You know, not like it's something like out of the ordinary. You wouldn't like look out your window here and like to see a monkey hanging from some tree, but over there it's pretty common, at least from their experience. So like Colombo and places like that would be pretty cool.
I think the
What other
good thing
countries?
about
What am I
Europe,
missing?
if you travel, go to like, Europe, if you go in like one place, because like it's the Shenzhen area, you can just like go from one place to another like via train and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. That like people like when they go to Europe, they like go everywhere. They're going from like city to city, like everywhere, like Spain, England, Ireland, Wales, like Scotland,
But the
France,
funny
Germany.
thing is, but the funny thing is, when I went, it was like I think the peak of the migrant crisis. So,
Oh, really? Oh, how long ago did you go?
huh?
How long ago did you go?
I think like I don't know, a couple of years. I really don't remember which year. Maybe like 2015, 14, something like that. Where was this the peak? I know it was like close to the peak of the migrant crisis. So the story goes as follows.
Dang.
So we were going from I think from Switzerland to Austria, or it was from Austria to Switzerland. I forgot, but it was like or from Hungary. It was like we were on a train basically. I think we were going through Switzerland, but I remember like this like police guard, like this probably was police or whatever, border control or whatever. He's like passports. I was like, oh crap, and like I
You
was
guys didn't have your
struggling
passports?
huh?
You guys didn't have your passports?
No, we had our passports, but like why I was worried was like my dad was like all the way in the back. He was like we were traveling with his cousin, so he was
Oh.
like sitting with his cousin. So he was like I was scared for him, like he didn't like we had our passports, but he didn't have his.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
if they were stopping us on the car, there was they may be stopping him too.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah,
So what happened?
nerve-wracking, but that happens when you're traveling, adventures and like highs and lows and everything.
Yeah, traveling is an experience. You come back with stories. Something always seems to happen. Italy, that's a place I didn't mention. I wanted to see Italy. Italy, have you gone to Italy?
No, I'm not.
Oh man, you went to Europe, but you didn't go to Italy. Dang.
I went to Hungary, Austria, Switzerland. Where else did I go?
Spain. No, Spain would
Right
be
next to.
much more west, I think, right?
Huh?
Spain, Portugal. Those places would be cool to visit too. Whole of Europe, man. It's a cool place.
Where did I go? I
But
think I went to Romania too. Like we just crossed the border into Romania. I'm pretty sure. I mean, was it so?
No, we didn't, man.
It was
Nobody
one of
mentioned-
one of these places.
nobody mentioned Canada as a place I want to go visit.
Okay.
Canada is it's like America, 2.0 or maybe
America Light.
is Canada 2.0. America Light. I don't know, man. Canada's pretty good in a lot of ways.
Like what? Healthcare?
Like,
Who needs healthcare?
yeah. Wow, that's I really think now of all times you should really not say something like that.
Yeah, no, man.
I have family in Canada. I really like it up there, so Gets cold. I haven't seen. I don't. Have you seen a lot of snow in your life?
I would say I've seen a decent amount of snow, but not too
Yeah.
much.
See, I haven't seen like the only time I've only seen snow once in my life when I went to Tahoe. I've never seen snow because it doesn't really snow where I live. Like up in Canada, you get a lot of that. So I guess that's something I want to go to a country where it might snow as well, just to experience it once.
I also want to visit
a couple
Antarctica.
times.
Like, no joke.
Okay, great. What are you gonna do? Live in an igloo?
No,
Like places where it's really cold. I've heard that Greenland. I had a friend who visited Greenland. So he really thought it was a pretty beautiful place. So that might actually be worth it. I don't think it's the most populous country in the world. So still, a lot of nature up there. I think we saturated the entire world. We've talked about like as many corners as I can think of talking. Or the Caribbean, that's another place. I never like Jamaica, like Barbados, like
just
Trinidad.
go to Florida,
those places. Florida is like a wannabe Caribbean. Caribbean is cool. They have a rich culture, it seems. Really laid back culture, So I want to experience that.
Gone outside of the confines of California. How can you say it has a better culture than Florida? Come on, man. That's biased. That's so biased.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? That's extreme bias. Just admit it.
California is the best state. Nobody can change my mind about that.
In what way?
It's been good to me. In every
way. It's the only place you've ever lived in. Of course, it's the best place.
Okay, you've lived in Florida and California only, right? In the United States.
I've visited New York on many occasions.
Okay, not visiting doesn't count then, right? We're talking about living because I visited like a few states as well, right?
What do you consider living?
You've only lived in those two states.
Like actual house, or like actually staying there for like a long period of time.
1 year.
1 year. Yeah, then
1 year you went to school. You just Florida and California, right?
Yeah.
If I were to ask you, and be honest, Florida or California, where would you rather live after experiencing both? Tell me, where would you rather live?
I plead the fifth.
You know the answer. You just don't want to say it. So
I plead the fifth.
I rest my case.
I have rights.
You can plead the fifth all you want. We know what's going through your head because if you could you can't confidently say Florida because you know it's not the answer.
Look,
it's California.
Not saying anything doesn't mean anything.
There's certain implications. I can read what you.
There are no. Why are you
think
stuff that's not there? This is turned into a political interview.
No. The truth is the truth. You can deny it all you want. Let our both viewers, as in me and you.
I'm not denying anything.
Me and you. Your unwillingness to respond is enough in itself. To give me.
Why is it enough in itself? It doesn't mean
an inkling into what actually is going on in your head.
Because
knowing you,
trying to find like meaning where there is no meaning.
Okay. You can come up with all the excuses in the world. At the end of the day, you weren't willing to answer the question. Yeah, I am a good politician, it seems. I can twist your words or lack of them. Me. Yeah. I will let the viewers cast their vote. And it's going to be 50-50 because there's only two of us, and you know what I'm going to vote for. So.
You don't know what I'm going to vote for.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're going to vote the opposite of me.
The assumptions lead to many bad things.
That is true. That is very true and meaningful lesson. You shouldn't assume anything.
Yeah, I would rather live in California. But like a place to visit, like Florida's really good.
Oh, man. Oh, stop, dude. California has so much... so much stuff that people can come
No. Now, when it comes to attractions, I feel like it's hard to beat Florida. Let's be honest.
Okay.
That state is
okay, what does Florida have? Before, I know this episode's running a little long, but all right, we'll trade off like attractions. You name an attraction in Florida, I'll name an attraction in California.
Anything that isn't dry in summer.
Anything that isn't dry in summer.
Bro,
that's your attraction.
California in summer is like bone dry. There's like everything dies.
Yeah, but you can go to Disneyland.
You can go to Disneyland.
You can go to Universal. Okay, fine. You can go to Disney World. Fine. I don't see no Golden Gate Bridge in in Florida.
Oh
You guys
wow,
have
you
good
can, you
wildlife.
can
I'll
go
give you
over a
that.
bridge. That's so amazing. That's so nice.
Oh man, you could say that about anything then. Like, what's special? Like, if you're gonna be like, oh, like
What's
uh,
something,
what's so
too many
special about like
trucks
the
is like,
Burj Khalifa? Is just a building, right? Huh?
it is a building, but like, what's something makes a place special is in my opinion, is like the sort of like culture and like, okay, and like the nature of that place. So like the flora and fauna of that place. California is very
Well,
beautiful.
I mean, I guess for nature lovers, but like a lot of people like come for like maybe city life or like to see like historical places or monuments or like whatever, right?
Hmm.
There's a
But
lot of things. Like nature is one aspect.
yeah, now that I think of it, I feel like for a certain group of people, California will always be better, and for a certain group of people, Florida will be, I
Yeah,
guess.
that certain group of people is everybody.
Okay, man. I'm trying to go back to the center, and you're polarizing this podcast so much.
All right. I think we got a little off topic, so I think this is a
You
good place
polarized
to
the entire podcast. Congratulations.
California.
That was the most dead California like I've ever. Is that supposed to be like some sort of like just cheering? Like what was that supposed to be?
Dude, I'm alone in my room. It's like 7:30.
It's
Like
like
I'm
hell
tired.
yeah. Hey.
I'm all sapped of energy. So don't beat me up on it. All right, I think this is getting kind of long. You have to edit this too, so you know I don't
Yeah,
want it to be too much work. All right,
Okay then. Thank you
So-
for listening.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
California is better than everything.
And his opinion doesn't matter. Okay, bye bye.